Welcome. You're watching my favorite YouTube channel, right, Trinity? My favorite YouTube channel.
Yes,
It's
indeed.
Chillmonger. I'm joined by Trinity from the YouTube channel Second Street Marvel. We've got Ashley, who's from The Widow. Terrence, what's your
Hey.
channel? T Variant, T Virus,
T Virus Terrence, yeah.
T Virus, Terrence, and the Jaded Fanboy. And today we're ranking some superheroes, but not just any typical way. Okay, what if these superheroes were villains? So let's start from the top. Thor. Where do we got him? I got him over here. If he was a movie villain, he would be an Avengers level threat.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Ash?
I agree. So very powerful.
Okay. Terrence?
I think Avengers level threat because man, when Thor gets mad, sometimes you kind of scoot down in your seat like, oh shit, what is he gonna do? Oh shit. So yeah, definitely.
Yes. Now here's the one though, the wild card. Jaded Fanboy. Is he
I'm
not?
I'd have to say at best leader, because Loki keeps tricking him with the same illusion over and over again. So it's obvious that Thor isn't exactly the brightest bulb in the bunch.
That's
So,
love that's tricking him though.
no, it's not wrong. It's the fact that he's
That's-
not exactly very smart.
That's love for his brother.
Well,
Well, I got him over at Avengers level threat, just like the other three of you, except for Jaded Fanboy. So he stays there.
That's a good argument, though. I like it.
The
Might have
other
turned me.
the other list
that's what I'm here for.
if he were a leader, which would mean like he's the main villain of a film, but not like an Avengers level threat. There's the minor villain, so like you might share him. Maybe Ulysses Claw would be a good example. How Killmonger's the leader, but Claw is a minor villain, and then like a goon, a thug, a nobody, a Hawkeye, because that's where I would put Hawkeye.
Hey.
That could not
He
be the
could
main
be a
villain.
minor. He could be a minor. I mean,
I think
he could be a
he
minor.
potentially could be a minor villain, but the movie villain or the movie hero wouldn't be a significant hero. It would be like a Black Widow
That's
movie.
why I
would
said
have-
minor. Like you still have
Yeah,
another
maybe a
villain
minor.
like Killmonger
Hawkeye.
and Claw. Like the example you gave.
Well-
like he's like this, minor villain, and then there's a bigger villain, lurking in the shadows. Like he.
Oh, we're on Hawkeye.
Yeah.
This man was the leader of the West Coast Avengers.
Yes, thank you.
So
People always
You
hating
mean
on
the-
Hawkeye. Everybody hates.
Wait. So
You're the guy.
we're asking if where Hawkeye would rank in terms of this, right? So, you know what? This might sound a little bit controversial, but I would consider him more of a goon because he worked well as a goon in that first Avengers movie. Like he was, I feel like he'd be the guy that you would want to be there. No disrespect, I like Clint, but yeah, I think he works great as a goon.
Yeah, he would work great as a goon. He'd be a phenomenal goon. He'd like Batroc the Leaper, just a goon, a guy who's there to serve his purpose.
Yo, he can be more than a goon. He's
got
capable
2
of
votes.
more.
2 votes for goon. Okay, minor. Trinity, you said minor, right?
I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards that. I'm kind of leaning towards leader.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Ashley got him at minor. Jaded Fanboy, where am I
I'm
gonna
gonna have to
place?
go leader. The guy that took down a helicarrier with one arrow.
Yep.
You guys are watching a movie where this guy is a minor movie villain. Okay, how about here,
Oh,
Scott
and he was
Lang?
also Loki's second-hand man. I mean, come on, this is a leader.
Yes, second handman. We got Scott Lang. This guy can turn minor. This guy can turn huge. Is he an Avengers level threat? A leader, a minor, a goon? I think that having Ant-Man in a movie as your villain, he could accomplish a lot of dirt, and he would be a leader, a leading movie villain of a film.
I feel like he's an Avengers level threat.
Ooh.
I know you didn't watch like the What If series where Hank Pym actually continued on and did his thing,
Ooh.
but he went through and destroyed all of the Avengers before they even really came to be. And I think all the things that he can do, I think the possibilities are there for him to do some major stuff, a major threat.
I like it because our answers are leader and Avengers level threat, and then the movie fans don't really come out and show up for his box office. So we got him up here. Ashley, where do you?
Avengers level threat. I agree with Trinity, especially the Hank Pym version that we saw in What If. It was my favorite episode of What If. Like he just the stuff he did to the Avengers, it was epic. And it would take someone, like Ant-Man to be able to do the things that he did to destroy them without them even realizing what's happening to them until it's too late.
Terrence, am I gonna let go of my clicker on this because everyone's saying he's an Avengers level threat? It feels like.
Not everyone.
I'm gonna say that he is a minor character because outside of any of the extreme stuff that we've seen centered around his character, I think that his personality and the things that he's really willing to do would just be minor. And I think somebody else would do more of the heavy damage in relation to the whoever the opponents may be in those particular circumstances.
Okay, then we got him down here minor now. Right, Jaded Fanboy?
Oh, goon.
Oh shit.
He becomes giant man. He can only do it temporarily. He goes unconscious, and not only that, it took 3 Avengers to take him down, and one of them was a Tom Holland Spider-Man. How threatening can you be?
I don't know.
Let
So
something
let's do
happen
the
to his daughter. He'll turn quick.
Exactly. That's right. See, if he's motivated, he's got the abilities, the power to do it. So 1 vote for Goon, 1 for Minor, 1 for Leader, but 2 for Avengers. I think that leaves us down here at like a Leader. Vision. Oh, that depends which Vision. The way we see him right now, okay, he left WandaVision, the show. He kind of flew off. He's like, who am I? Okay, now I know who I am. That Vision. That version of Vision. This guy could be an Avengers level threat. Honestly, this guy is an Avengers level threat. He would lead a movie because he'd have like conflict. I wouldn't have an Avengers movie with Vision, so I'm gonna say Leader. Go ahead, Trinity.
Trinity, we can't hear you.
I'm thinking he could easily be an Avengers level threat as well, because of all of the things that he can do. If he still has at this point, well, I guess he didn't in the
No, he didn't have the Mind Stone. That's why I didn't want to give him Avengers. Exactly.
Yeah, if you don't have that Mind Stone in there, I would say he's a little less of a threat, but still definitely huge. Because I mean, if you think about just kind of the threat that Ultron presented, I think he was a little more than that. So, yeah, I would say Leader. I would say Leader's good.
Yeah, Ash.
I would say a Leader, especially without the Mind Stone. But
if they ever did a Wanda movie, it would be versus Vision, the villain. Yeah.
White Vision, yes.
Mm-hmm. And how we feel about this one, Terrence? Because I'm pretty sure he's going to be like the lead movie villain of a movie.
I think, to be fair to his character, I think he would work better as a leader. Just because that's his nature. I always see him calculating things. Whenever he's in a situation, he analyzes everything before he makes a decision. So I feel like Leader is the safe bet for the Vision character.
Yeah, this is the easiest one. I think we're all going to say it. Right, Jaded Fanboy? This guy made out of vibranium and synthesized skin is a leading villain.
I'm not really sure how to place this. I agree that he is a very dangerous character, but I could see him being a villain because somebody, hacked into him and is controlling him. Like he doesn't be like the way he becomes a bad guy is some tech genius, like an Ultron or whatever, scrambles his coding. So he would be a goon, but he would be a very powerful goon. So I would say minor just to balance it out. Because it's not, I would see him being a bad guy because he's just somebody's little puppet, kind of like Ultron was. Can't hear you, Chillmonger.
Whoops. Next up is Nebula, who is definitely somebody's puppet, and she's a goon.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. All right. Yeah? Unanimous?
Yeah.
Wait, is that how everyone feels, that Nebula is a goon?
Yeah, she's a goon with daddy.
She was a villain in Guardians 1, and she wasn't even like the secondary villain of the movie. It was Ronan and Thanos, and she was down here as like a goon villain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I would say goon.
I think she has the potential to be more than a goon, though.
So
yeah, certainly.
Okay,
Certainly.
I put her here. Trinity puts her where? Minor?
I've got her a goon too. I would say goon. I would say
Ashley?
goon.
I
You're
get.
the
I
one saying
mean,
potential.
I would say minor, just because the more we've seen her character, I think she can pretend. I mean, but she really is a goon. But I think she has the potential to be, a minor villain.
Terrence, do you have her this low or this high? Where?
I'm a little bit conflicted on this because I have her in two categories. One would be goon and one would be minor. But just
Yeah.
to, simplify it, I would lean more towards minor because her character has grown over the time period that we've seen her in. And like, if you compare her screen time to other MCU characters, it's not a whole lot, but I did notice some growth in that need be if she can continue to be in different situations. While I would lean more towards minor, she might even prove to be leadership material from all of her experiences. I think she has the potential to be there, but minor for now.
I think we're leaving her there, right, Jaded Fanboy?
Yeah, I mean, again, if we're talking like the Marvel comics
Yeah.
one, she's great. But for the
Yeah.
MCU,
Yeah.
unfortunately, she's been treated like a goon, and I don't see anything threatening about her.
Me and you are the only ones saying goons.
Yeah, I have to say goon.
Peter Quill is someone who, unlike her, she has detachable parts. She's got some CPU for her brain. Quill has weapons. Goon. And he lost his powers. He gave half away of his DNA that was egos. Get out of here.
Yeah, he's a goon. He's a goon all the way.
Yeah, he was a goon really from the beginning.
Yeah.
You don't
in
need
his
a
own
black
way.
light to
And
see
he
that.
hasn't changed.
You don't need a flashlight to see this.
Blacklight.
Yeah.
Where you got him, Terrence? Goon or minor or leader?
I'm gonna say leader.
Damn.
Like I've seen enough from him to put him in. I feel like the situations that I've seen him in, he's really good at leading the Guardians.
What? All right, your
Yes.
plan sucks, but mine's is better. That guy, the guy who saw Thanos.
I
and
love
said,
him.
You didn't have
Because
to
I
do
do
that.
like him.
The guy you talked.
let me explain that. It's because
But why did he do that? He
Like,
just
now-
found out that was emotion. The love of
I
his
think-
life. Come on.
I think with Quill, the character is goofy. He has made a lot of bad decisions, but I think that his character, when you mow all that down, when it comes to him as a character, I think he is a good leader. I think that for him to be able to get those characters in line and for them to trust him, I think that takes a person of a leadership caliber. That's not an easy thing to do.
But would you have a movie where he is the villain and he would be the lead villain of this movie? No, you wouldn't.
Oh, no, hell no. I was thinking about the hero aspect. Oh no,
Yeah, you're
in
asking
that
about the villains.
okay, yeah, no. In the reverse, I put him as minor then.
I'm still
Yeah.
keeping him down here then. Jaded
Yeah.
Fanboy.
I can't even picture him as a villain.
Can we have a new category under goon as comic relief? Because
Right.
that's what he would be.
Yeah, my bad. I had that
He
going
wouldn't
backwards. Yeah. Sorry about that.
He wouldn't even be a goon. He would just be comic relief. He would just be a side character.
Mm-hmm. Next is this man. So let's just say Avengers Endgame happened. He's watching the city and that version of the Black Panther. He hasn't died or nothing from Black Panther 2. If he was a movie villain, he could not be an Avengers level threat because he's still, pretty grounded. Doesn't fly or nothing crazy. But he could lead a movie
Yes.
with his villain prowess. Ashley says yes. What do you say, Trinity?
Absolutely. I think leader. I don't think Avengers level threat at all. I mean, I think if we had all of Wakanda and the tech and everything they had to go along with it, he could probably pull some stuff off, but I still don't know that it would be Avengers level threat. I think I think leader. I think leader here.
Are we unanimous on this one?
No. No, for me, an Avengers level threat. Just based off of not only his first appearance whooping up on the Fantastic Four, but in the context of the MCU, his intelligence is on another level to me. And I feel like with his experience, his skills, his level of creativity on what it takes to bring people together, and what happens when they're divided. I think he can blend all of that and become a serious threat, especially when
Wow.
he's angry and motivated.
Okay. Jaded Fanboy, is he an Avengers level threat?
If he's got what he's if we're establishing that he has the Wakanda technology,
You can tell there's going to be a bunch of bullshit because he's stuttering over this answer.
Sorry.
Is he an Avengers level threat? Is he a leader? Or is he a minor
He's an
villain?
Avengers level threat because he has Wakanda behind him.
Okay. Well, three of us
Just
said
like
leader.
Killmonger was ready to take on the world, I don't see why T'Challa couldn't do it any less.
Next up, the Incredible Hulk. Now, you might say we did see him as a villain in Avengers and in Avengers Age of Ultron, but that was when Wanda had him like mind controlled. That was when in the first Avengers, he was out of control. But if Bruce Banner really wanted to be a villain in a movie, he would be an Avengers level threat. He would unleash the Hulk, get angry, take care of everyone. Avengers level threat. Second Street Marvel.
I don't know. I put
Damn.
him down at minor only because like he don't really have like his intelligence to really care probably that much about going into trying to lead something and do all that. Even though, I mean, don't get me wrong, he's done some stuff for sure, like in the comics. But if we're talking just the MCU, I think he's easily minor.
God, you're nuts.
Even if he's Professor Hulk.
Yeah, if he was,
No,
yeah, exactly.
Hulk,
Professor Hulk.
Professor Hulk, goon. If he's Professor Hulk, goon.
It's worse.
Professor Hulk comic relief.
Ashley, is Hulk not an Avengers level threat villain if he tried to be evil?
I don't think he has the intelligence to be an Avengers level threat, but I think that, well, maybe, I don't know. It's hard with him because he can do a lot of damage. I'm going to say he is an Avengers level threat.
Mm-hmm. I don't care. Like, as long as his arm is out of that sling, that is an Avenger level threat. Terrence, what is Hulk?
Oh, this is easy and requires absolutely no thought. He is definitely minor because this guy is not going to be thinking on that level. Granted, he'll crush a couple buildings, throw a city bus, something like that. But overall, I feel like the Avengers, with their capabilities and how they're always thinking, and it's not roar, smash, smash. Nah, he's minor. No.
Two
I
minors.
think if they do World War Hulk, he's going to be more than just a minor villain. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Under those circumstances, but just with what we
those are
have
the
at this moment.
And that's the circumstance.
Yeah, if you were gonna do a movie where he was the villain, he could be an Avengers level threat.
Okay, then with that said,
I gotta re-explain the criteria. Every time Terrence answers, I have to say this is the criteria of the thing. Yeah, you would say what?
And with that said, I still would leave him in minor because he ain't gonna be thinking like that. It's still the same.
The Jaded Fanboy.
Avengers level threat. He's not playing chess, guys. I mean, he doesn't need a strategy. His strategy. It's like when Captain America went to Iron Man. He goes, Iron Man, we need a strategy. What? I do have a strategy. Attack. We need an attack strategy. I do have a strategy. Attack. Who's the brilliant person in the Avengers? Sorry, he can smash through everything. He is. Mm-hmm. He thinks with his fist and he wins with his fists.
And since three of us said Avengers, but two of you are stupid, we're gonna keep him down here.
It's because he's so powerful.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
All right, how you go first, Terrence? You go first. What is Bucky? If the Winter Soldier was a movie villain, would you have him like as your lead villain? Would you have him as your minor villain, a goon, vibranium Wakandan arm? Where you got him?
It would easily be leader, for sure.
Because he did it once, right? And it was a pretty good movie.
Yeah, because he did it. But there was a lot of those goon characters that answered to him. He was clearly the man in the front, right? So to me, I feel like you combine all of his experience. He is a smart guy. Steve Rogers looked up to him for a while and stuff, and Steve Rogers wanted to save him. Everything in relation to that character points to leadership material.
Ashley,
and also he's physically capable, right? I mean, he could fuck some shit up. So yeah.
I mean, obviously, if he's now after his stint in Wakanda, yes, I think he could be a leader. Because now he's in control of himself, and he can, uh, get a group of people behind him. He's powerful, he's strong, and he's OP. So yes, he can be a leader.
Trinity, are they being
But he was a
generous?
goon before. He was a goon before.
I think they're definitely being generous. I think he's got leadership abilities and things like that, but I think he's definitely minor. I think he can do a lot. He's physically capable of a lot, but altogether, I think he lands. I think he lands in minor.
And I'd say the only reason he was that like serious of a threat in the Captain America movie was the relationship with Steve Rogers. If we're just looking at the power set, I don't think he's someone who I would have a whole movie centered around, but he would be definitely in the movie as a credible threat. And I got him down at minor as well. So Jaded Fanboy, you're gonna break the tie.
But
Where
I want to say this before: if he goes against a grounded character, if the hero in the film is a grounded character,
yeah.
yes, he could be a leader in that film. Like now, if he's going against someone who's got like, absolutely, you can't go against Captain Marvel. But
Nope.
if he's going against like a grounded hero, yes, I can see it working.
If he sees something happen to Steve Rogers, I don't care who is there. Bucky will figure out a way to take him out. Like I believe in him.
Jaded Fanboy.
I would have to say minor because he's a follower, not a leader. He has no resources. I mean, the only reason he was a threat was because he had the resources of Hydra behind him in the first place. He didn't get the goons. The goons were given to him. He's he joined the army. He's like a follower. He's not a leader. He did nothing in any of his movies or in the TV show to establish any leadership qualities. So I best a minor.
Captain America.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, Bucky. I don't know what happened, but yeah.
Definitely as a hero, he'd be a top level
he's
hero.
on the same power scale as Cap. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I don't think Captain America's an Avengers level.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
So where would
You've
you
seen them fight in the movie. He got Cap several times in the movie. No, you have to go based off what we've seen. No, on screen. He held his own against Cap, bested him at times.
Yeah. Okay, so he's a threat against Cap. Cap is not an Avengers level threat, so he can hold himself.
Saying, if you put him against a grounded level hero in a movie, then he would be a leader. I'm not saying he's an Avengers level threat. I'm saying that Bucky would be a leader. Like the Winter Soldier would be a leader. If he's in like Black Widow's movie, if he's in like, even if he wasn't like brainwashed in Cap's movie, he could have been a leader villain in that movie. It just depends on who the hero is.
Type personality. He doesn't have the characteristics of being a leader.
I think he does. I think he was a leader, but like he was such a leader in the first Avenger before he went off to war, right? And he didn't even have, a vibranium arm. People followed him, but people followed him. Steve followed him. He was a leader. Sorry, I'm just gonna say
she got to defend sexy ass Sebastian Stan.
It's above him being sexy. He's a great character.
Falcon and Winter Soldier. He goes, "What do you want to do, Falcon? Because whatever you want to do, I'll do too." He's a follower. He's not a leader.
Because he's also trying to honor his best friend's wishes by making sure that he picks up the shield, and he's trying to push him to be the new Captain America in that movie.
Next up,
as well dealing with his trauma.
So he can be a leader as long as he takes his antidepressants. Okay.
The
next hero we're ranking right now is Steve Rogers, Captain America. And I say I would lead a movie with this guy as my villain because the super soldier serum is very significant. He's sort of just like the Black Panther, in my opinion. So where do you get without the intelligence? But he still has some. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think when it comes to Steve Rogers, his baseline is leader. I mean, that's just his baseline for his character altogether, anyway. And then I think kind of like we're saying with some of the other characters, like even like with Winter Soldier, like at that point, resources and things like that. I think his baseline is leader. I don't know that he would be Avengers level threat, but he could be.
Anyone go?
I'm gonna say he's
We're
since
going out of order.
nice, beautiful Bucky is in minor. He should be right beside him.
Terrence, where do you have Captain America? Would you lead a movie with this guy, or would he be a minor villain in your movie?
You know what? Even though him and Bucky are similar in that sense, I would have to give him the edge because every time that I've seen Cap, movie, comic, whatever, this dude is a leader. He doesn't work well in the background. If anything, he's going to be a leader. There's no way around that. It's really hard to argue against that position that he either starts with or he ends up with just because of how much he asserts himself in every situation.
He can do this all day. Jaded fanboy.
Yeah,
he's minor. He's barely a threat to half of the Avengers. He's not even a threat.
I think
what's he gonna do? Punch Thor? What's he gonna do? Punch the Hulk? What's he gonna do? Nothing. No,
okay. What's he gonna do? Doctor Strange will
open a portal. Threat.
This man will beat you up. He will make a spell. We're done with Captain America. Stephen Strange is the type to enchant the whole Sanctum Sanctorum, booby trap it, say, hey, come over here. Meanwhile, he'll be like, now I'm going to hop into this little place and now I'm in Egypt. Like, this guy is an Avenger level threat. A movie with him as a villain would be phenomenal. The What If episode with him as a villain was, we saw what he could do, right? I got him up here. Ashley, did you say up here?
Yes, he can destroy the fabric of reality. We saw that in What If. And, and he, just like in No Way Home, he can erase everybody's minds, and...
Like, in What If, we didn't even see him be a villain. We just seen him going a little too far with his man. He wasn't even being a villain at that point. And to think if that was his aim to be a villain with all, he's totally Avengers level.
I think we're unanimous right now. Terrence, is he an Avenger level threat?
Yes and no.
I heard yes.
Wait. Hey, let me explain real quick. So I can see him as a leader, straight up. But him being an Avengers level threat makes sense because of what he can do. He's very powerful, and 99% of the time, he's more powerful than Scarlet Witch. I mean, I know humans are hyped up over the movie and they like to Google stuff real quick, but the House of M thing is not the standard base of her fucking power. Doctor Strange is the threat. Like, when you look to your right and your left and you're thinking about a threat, Stephen Strange will be there.
Yes, but in the context of the MCU, they've told us that the Scarlet Witch, in this world, she is supposed to be more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme. And I wonder if that's just Wong, really, because
I think that's
No Way Home that Wong is the Sorcerer Supreme.
I think that's BS. It's kind of like what they were playing up with Captain Marvel. I feel like these are more so moments, but 99% of the time, Strange is not a moment character and not a storyline character. He's fucking Doctor Strange. He is definitely an Avengers level threat.
Jaded fanboy, is he an Avenger level threat?
To actually be a threat, you have to actually be a competent villain. This is a guy who does a forget spell, which is a common spell, Wong. Don't worry about it. And he screws up a basic forget spell.
No, Peter Parker screwed it up.
He creates an alternate universe that he gets beaten by because of geometry. He has a time stone he keeps forgetting that he can use. He has the ability to
everything you said is flawed. Everything you're telling me right now, I can say
incompetent. He is incompetent.
That's what I'm trying to do, because he doesn't. He's just. What are you saying? Like, you don't.
Did you see Chill's face? He had that "I'm gonna blink you out of existence" face. Like,
I know, like everything.
He wasn't trying to destroy and beat Spider-Man in that. Okay, he wasn't.
He can't even do a forget spell without screwing it up.
Peter Parker is the one that messed the spell up. Okay,
Drax the Destroyer. Is he a destroyer? Is he someone that you have the whole movie centered around? Is he someone who's a minor character, or is he what I think he is? Comedic Guardian of the Galaxy goon. I think I voted
Goon.
every Guardian a goon, didn't I? Even Nebula had down
Yeah,
as
there's a
goon.
reason.
Yeah.
I think he's below goon, but
Goon. Yeah, he's below Goon.
he's a
Yeah, he's
goonie.
comic
I don't
relief.
know, like I don't know, like he's
Wow.
not.
I'm not watching
This
a movie with
version
guy.
of Drax,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
you know
Yeah, totally.
comic book Drax. You know, yeah, he's a goon.
Even though I
Terrence?
think even comic Drax would probably still end up only being minor, I think.
Yeah, but he would be.
Um,
He's not. He's
Much better
not-
character.
Yeah,
You know, Drax is one of these characters where I feel like, even though he's funny, and he tries to let on that he ain't paying attention as much as other characters, I would have to put him in minor because he is much better than a goon, and he has the potential to be more. He just needs to focus more. I think that the Drax character in the MCU, he just doesn't care about a whole lot of stuff. So, but imagine if he were to focus and get serious about some shit. So, I'd put him in minor.
Okay, I think potential to be a minor kind of secondary villain, but if we're giving points for intelligence, the way some of us said for T'Challa, he has to lose points for intelligence, in my opinion. Jaded Fanboy, is this guy a goon? Is he a minor villain? Is he a
He's
lead
comic
villain?
relief.
There it is.
He's goon. He's
Now Gamora is.
don't you do it,
I'm keeping her here in the minor. You can change my mind, Ashley.
goon. Nobody cares about this character. She's not the deadliest woman in the galaxy. I didn't care when she died. I wish she didn't come back. Goon, below goon. Put her under this list. Horrible.
Okay.
Trash. Don't like her.
Trinity.
Horrible version of Gamora.
I say minor because she can't be down there with Drax and Peter Quill. Jesus.
To me, she is.
God.
She's the
No.
deadliest woman in the galaxy.
Minor.
You did not show
Yeah.
me anything.
She fell in love. Terrence, if she was a villain, would she be a minor villain?
You know what? I'm gonna have to do something crazy. I'm gonna have to put Gamora in the leadership position
Not this Gamora. Oh,
because of all the shit she's learned. I feel like what we've seen of her, sure, it's definitely prudent to count that. But what I think is discounted is the fact that if you put her in the right circumstances, what she could do as a character based off of learning from Thanos and all of her experiences around the galaxy. I think leadership position.
I feel like you gotta have projectile abilities or something. Like if you're just a hand-to-hand person, and she doesn't have too much knowledge, where I'd be afraid. That's why I wouldn't put her so high. But the Jaded Fanboy, you're the one who can decide where we
I'll
place
have to
her.
agree with Ashley because she's supposed to be the most dangerous person in the
No,
universe.
don't do Gamora like that.
And when
this version,
and-
yeah.
the scene that made me not like her is that when they were in prison and she was in the cell and everybody was threatening her, she should have been, I don't care. I'm gonna take all
Yeah.
you want and I'm gonna win. She was
Scared.
That was her demeanor.
scared.
She didn't care, right?
No,
But
Like,
she was scared. Peter Quill
she
had
was
to come
not
and save
scared.
her.
She was chilling.
No, she
Peter
was
Quill
scared.
had to come and save her, dude.
She even
No, but
goes,
she never looked
No.
scared to me
Yeah,
at all.
she
She
was.
She
just was
couldn't
like,
do anything
and
to save herself, and she's the deadliest
she
woman in the
even said-
galaxy. No,
I forget the line she said about the nightmare. No nightmare will replace the day I'm gonna have tomorrow, whatever. She was.
I'm not
scared.
trying to have Thanos portal in my room. I'm not disrespecting Gamora. Gamora is
Gamora-
So you got Gamora up here. I had Gamora down at minor, and then Jaded and Ashley said Goon. What did you say,
Oh,
Trinity?
absolutely.
I said minor.
Yeah, we're gonna keep her at minor. Next is Teenage Groot. Man, you tell this guy, I'll give you video games if you go attack these people. He wouldn't lead, but minor villain.
Goon.
yeah, I agree.
Terrence?
Comic relief.
Oh, Jaded says Goon. Terrence, I don't think it matters.
I'm gonna go with minor. You know, he might. I mean, even though he's doesn't seem to be that smart, I think that he might surprise you if you give him the right motivation. If you let him know, hey, you get to play this really cool, epic video game. If you do this, that might get him to do some stuff. Get him to do a little something.
Next up is Iron Man. Now every time we say potential. In the movies as a hero, he's been utilized to his greatest ability. If he was a villain, this guy's really rich. This guy has the mechanical suit that can fly and shoot you and do science, and it's a phenomenal thing. But an Avenger level threat, thanks to how the movies have treated him, I do have him this high. How about you, Trinity?
This guy, he's definitely not leader. This guy's Avengers level threat.
Yeah.
This guy's a threat to everybody in every existence he's in Multiverse of Madness. He's probably going to be the main bad guy. Iron Man he's an Avengers level threat.
Ashlers,
I
you got him
agree.
this high? Yeah.
I mean, even in the MCU, he was his own worst enemy. He was the villain, the true villain of Age of Ultron. He's Avengers level threat all the way.
Terrence, do not underestimate Tony Stark. Where is he?
Wait, why would I underestimate Tony Stark? Hold on. First of all, if we're going to go based off of the movies, he's going to be an Avengers level threat.
Yep.
Because this guy is super smart, and when somebody pisses him off, it increases his level of motivation, right? And I do believe 100% that in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, we're going to see a Tom Cruise variant of Iron Man.
And we'll get a taste.
he is going to have one of the coolest scenes in the movie. And don't be surprised if he's able to hold magic with Doctor Strange. Like, I'm just saying, don't be surprised.
Jaded Fanboy, it
hope
really
he's
doesn't
not.
matter what you're going to answer, because there's nothing that's going to budge this guy from being an Avengers level threat. But we'll ask you, where would you rank him?
I'd have to say at best leader.
All right.
Because he has no strategy. He has no leadership skills. He's not an Avengers level threat. Not even close. He can't even take down Bucky and Captain America. He's going to be an Avenger.
Oh, he was schooling them until he got distracted and tripped. He was whooping both of their butt. He destroyed Bucky.
I'm saying,
and
Bucky
he still
lost his
lost.
arm because
And
of
he
him.
still lost.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
Because he
He
decided to change his
can't even
fighting
take on the
tactics
Hulk without the
and-
Hulk.
and punch.
Please.
He started to
Please.
punch.
never underestimate an idiot.
Yeah, never
He started
underestimate an
punching.
idiot because he just can't do anything.
Here's
He's
the
a leader at
We've
best.
got the
Iron
Mantis.
Man
whose
is the man.
Her main role was just make Ego fall asleep. That's her power. That's literally it. The emotional. I don't know. This is not a villain. This is not. Is she a goon? I don't know. Like, yeah, you would use her as a tool. The same way Ego used her. You're just a tool for me. Trinity says goon. Ashley.
Yeah. Dude.
And then Terrence, where do you got her?
Man, I love me some Mantis. But
You still got her.
I'm gonna have to I'm gonna put her in minor. I think that because she's so nonchalant and charming and cute and stuff, I feel like nobody would suspect her. She can sneak into places and maybe do a little something. I say minor.
That's being very generous. The Jaded Fanboy, I already know what your answer is.
Yeah, they screwed over her character like they screwed over Gamora's character. They literally just said, "Hey, look, there's a character named Mantis. What's her powers? We don't care." And she's comic relief.
Yeah, I'm so bad at the Guardians because I gave all of them goon except for Gamora.
That is messed up. That is wow. I'm
Not
just
Raccoon.
realizing
Raccoon is.
It's okay. It's okay.
Raccoon is a leader. He's smart.
You could lead. You'd see a movie with him as the lead of a villain. What?
He's
Okay.
He's smart.
I respect
He's
that.
one of the smartest people. I like the way that they explain it in the galaxy. He's extremely smart. He's smarter than Tony Stark. Because remember in that moment in Endgame, he's like, you're only the smartest person on Earth.
On Earth, right? Yeah.
He's extremely intelligent. And compelling character. I love seeing Rocket. Like Rocket, makes the Guardians. He shout out to Bradley Cooper and the voice that he does. Like Rocket.
Damn, no love for Groot, huh?
Be a leader. I like Groot, but that's teenage Groot on the list. It's not like
I am Groot.
Yeah, the first movie Groot might be more than just a goon.
yeah.
But this you got him up here. It sounded like Second Street Marvel was agreeing with you. Where would you rank him?
I do agree with a lot of what Ashley's saying. I mean, I think he could. I think he easily could, but I still think he's a solid minor. Potential for lead, but I think a solid minor.
And I will be a solid minor. I have to put respect on this guy. It's just that he doesn't have the hand-to-hand or muscles or anything for a physical fight. So he'd be
He
sort of a
builds
minor
weapons.
villain.
He builds weapons.
Yeah,
Though.
and he can build it for the lead villain of that movie. So minor it is. And then who's next? Terrence, where you got him?
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna put him at Avengers level threat for this reason.
Shut the front door.
Hey, hang on. So, shout out to my boy Rocket, but it's because not only do I believe that he's just as smart, if not smarter, than Tony Stark, he has demonstrated that he can break out of any place, right? That's his intelligence. He can practically build anything. And I also think that he would hire the necessary individuals to help him in any areas that he's lacking in.
Yeah.
So because he can make phone calls, okay, that's an Avengers
he's
level
a
threat.
good leader.
Wow, like you narrowed it down, Chill. You know what I mean, Chill. Like okay, but in all seriousness, right? I feel like leader more so than Avengers level threat. Like if it,
We got 2 for this, 2 for that. The Jaded Fanboy. Where would you rank?
Minor, because he's established that he's only even a villain because of Groot in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
No.
Was he a villain? I just thought he was trying
he
to.
was a villain. They met each other. No.
He does. Groot doesn't need Rocket. Groot doesn't need Rocket.
I don't know. Like Groot. Like I feel like Groot needed a friend. Without Rocket, Groot would be.
Rocket is the brains. What are you saying?
Yeah, Groot would just wandering the galaxy.
We can't sit here and talk about Rocket for 45 minutes.
Okay, hold on. Here's Rocket's plan to take over the world. He would have a bunch of people getting all this stuff, and then he'd have a group of people saying, "Okay, I need that guy's wooden leg as part of my plan." I mean, this guy, come on.
Yeah,
he'd have half his resources. He'd have half his resources getting useless stuff just for the gags.
Jaded, where would you rank Scarlet Witch? Jaded Fanboy.
Oh, absolutely, Avengers level threat. There is no question. Wanda should have been. Wanda can take down Thanos with or without the Infinity Gauntlets, and she proved it.
Wow.
Yeah, she is absolutely Avengers level threat.
That is a movie where she could be the.
I mean,
Avengers
she didn't take Thanos down, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
So you still have her up there, Terrence?
She got him so bad that he had to rain down fire just to distract her.
He was surprised. It happens in fighting. Like I don't think she would have took him down. But with that said, I think. No.
You were smoking some.
No. She wouldn't have took him down. But here's the thing, though. With that said, I still think she's an Avengers level threat. I feel like not just because of her powers, but she does things that are fucked up, as we saw in WandaVision. I mean, she basically kidnapped a bunch of individuals so they can bake cookies with her fake family. I'm like, you don't get no more villainous than that.
Second Street Marvel.
Oh man. You know what? She's totally Avengers level threat. She could take down the whole multiverse and look good doing it.
Yeah.
She looked good in this image, actually.
Yes,
Ashley?
That's my baby girl. My widow's gone. My second favorite. After Strange now in the MCU, she is an Avengers level threat. And she's always a sad girl, and we know that Wanda, everything's fueled by her emotions. The more emotional she is, the more powerful she is. So yes, Avengers level threat.
Yeah, she wouldn't have to kidnap me. She could just ask me to come, and I'd go.
The next one is your Black Widow. Let's just say it's the Black Widow who was at top of the stone in Vormir, that version of the Black Widow. So I would not lead a movie with her as the villain. It would be an interesting. It would be she's a strong
lead.
minor.
She was a lead in Endgame. She was leading them, when no one else was there to try to keep them together.
But if you were making a movie,
laughing.
If you made a Marvel movie,
if she was evil, if she was again, depending on who she's matched again in the film, if it's a grounded level hero, absolutely she could be the leader in that movie. She has leader qualities. So yes, like I said again, she can't be the villain in a Captain Marvel movie, You know,
Yeah, exactly.
you have to
Exactly.
line her up with the right person. Like she could be the villain in a Captain America movie. Like he would end up getting her.
But what is that
She could be the
standard?
villain
The
in a
standard
black.
hero is of someone who's got like actual superpowers who can, fly, punch, and do some crazy ass ish super strength, speed. And Black Widow is not someone who I would have as the lead villain. And she doesn't have
But
like
we do hear that in Black Widow that she is Hance just by birth because they look for certain things in birth.
She took down the
with
whole
these
Red Room by
children.
herself.
They tell her that that in these children that make them more capable and able to go through
but
the
that's your
training in the
lead
Red Room.
villain.
I
That's your
think
lead
I
villain.
think the
respect
Red Room
that.
took down itself because Dracoff had to give a whole history lesson before anything happened. I'm like, yeah, he beat himself.
All right, let's
Yeah.
be haters now.
I think she's got lead potential, but I think she's minor.
I would agree with that, and I have her minor. Terrence,
You know what? I'm gonna lean more towards leader because
look at
she
the
has
leader category.
demonstrated.
We got the Hulk, the Captain America, Black Panther, and you'd say Black Widow was on that level.
Yes, because I saw her do something crazy in Age of Ultron. She was able to rub the Hulk's chest, and she took away all of his powers. So if you amplify that to other, I'm just
She might
saying.
take away some of my powers too, but
Yeah, you know, so sometimes in life, if you could do that to the Hulk, and then also, you know, jokes aside, like what she did in Avengers Endgame, like she really stepped up. Like even when Steve and the rest of them, right, they were just, oh no, we're done, we've been defeated, boo hoo. Like Natasha was like, nah, we got this, we gonna do this, this, and this. And then, you know, then Cap and them started getting their shit together. So, you know, I leave her in leadership category.
But watch this, Jaded Fanboy. Where do you rank her?
Oh, she's a goon. This is a girl that was running. She was running scared from Bucky. Bucky's here. Oh no, I have to run and hide. What kind of a threat? Please.
Yeah, that was
Because she stroked the Hulk's arm and he calmed down. She suddenly whatever.
Next, we got Peter Parker's Spider-Man. Right after he learns about great power must come great responsibility. This guy would be a lead villain of a movie.
Yeah.
I agree.
Good. We got 3 leads. Terrence, what's your long ass answer for this question?
Wait, a long answer. Okay. I would have to leave him in lead. Yeah, he's Spider-Man's awesome. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like everything about him is just it screams leader. Somebody like, nah, he had help and stuff. I'm like, yeah, but everyone has help every once in a while. But Spider-Man has demonstrated that he can be in the toughest situations and not die. So
yeah, and he knows geometry, right, Jaded Fanboy?
Yeah, that's about it. I can take out magic with geometry.
Would you agree that he would be a lead villain?
Oh hell no!
Where would you put him?
I put him at minor at best because we have to take into consideration this is Tom Holland Spider-Man.
You are such a hater.
He doesn't have daddy's. He doesn't have Daddy Stark's armor anymore, so he's got to rely on actual skill and wits, which he doesn't have any. So
yes, he does have skill. We saw him using skill and whip in clothes when he was in freaking Rome.
A little too jaded. Too jaded today. Let's turn it down a little.
Next is the Rhodey War Machine. I think that if Iron Man gets to be an Avengers level threat, no, I'm just kidding. He's a goon.
Yeah, he's goon.
I say he can be minor.
All right.
Because I think because with his military background, he could maybe even be a leader. We just haven't seen enough of him on screen to really like give him that because he's not been developed enough. But I think he's minor just because of the tech that he has, his military background, and yeah, so I would put him in minor.
He's a bit old, but maybe that could be a strength also. Terrence?
A whole lot of his experience.
The disrespect to put him in goon hurt my heart. Like this man is clearly a leader. You know, even with his limited tech, the way he thinks alone is a leadership guy. I'm being serious about that. I think that when you talk about his focus and discipline, like without having something to motivate him, I think he's even more than Tony, because Tony has to get in a certain frame of mind as to where War Machine is already like that. He's already thinking. We've seen him tell Tony, "Hey, you're being dumb. Don't do that, Tony." So I think if you put Iron Man somewhere, War Machine can't be that far behind just off of the way he thinks alone.
I wonder if the Jaded Fanboy has that much love and care
I
for this
forget
character.
what rank he has in what's his rank in the army.
He's
Isn't
a
he,
high rank.
Colonel.
He's
I
high
believe
ranking.
he's-
Wasn't it Colonel James Rhodes?
It's
Yeah,
Colonel
Colonel
Rhodes.
he's up there.
And he has,
Leader.
I think he has heart. He has, doesn't he have a purple heart or something too?
Yeah, he
I
has a lot of accomplishments in the
Yeah.
military.
I would put War Machine as a leader because he's an actual leader. He knows what he's doing. He's got some of the most advanced tech this side from Iron Man. So yeah, I could
Yeah.
see him.
You break his tech, what is he? He can't make more of it.
I agree, but who's gonna break his tech?
That's in a movie where he's the villain. They don't just meet the villain at the
Villain
very end.
Tony
They
He would
fight with
still
him
be
in the
like a
beginning.
leader
They
type.
fight with the villain in the second act.
I
By
don't
the
think
time
he's
you
an
get to the third
idiot
act,
either. I think that he would have.
Oh,
He could
he
have.
can-
He can build some stuff
oh,
now.
we're
Like,
ignoring what I'm
hold on.
saying. We're ignoring my
No
points.
longer.
If you
But
meet this
in
guy
a
in
movie-
a movie,
I'm not ignoring what you're saying. You're saying then who's going to repair his tech? I said he's not an idiot. He also would have a team behind him. So if he doesn't know how to do it, the people around him will know how to repair his tech.
when has Rhodes ever had a team behind? Oh, you mean like the army?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
we
saying.
have-
He would
it's
have,
the
he would
same-
have like
yeah,
a bunch of
Okay, so
mercenaries.
in the movie where he's a villain, the good guys would be fighting the U.S. Army, and he'd be the main villain of it. Okay,
yeah,
or,
yeah.
or a
Good point.
rogue sect
Yeah.
of the army, maybe a rogue sect of like soldiers
Yeah.
who
Or like a
went
bunch of
bad,
Black
you know
Ops
what I mean?
Yeah,
guys.
you
You know
can
what?
always find somebody that knows how to do something in there now. Like yeah.
I changed my
I-
answer. I don't have him as goon anymore, Trinity. I'm gonna bring him to minor.
I was gonna
Do
say,
you-
I think y'all have changed my vote too.
Yeah?
I think I put him below Goon with Twinkle Toes Peter Quill. Y'all convinced me.
Oh
Y'all convinced me.
Well, we'll
Minor it
see.
is.
We haven't seen enough of him, really. That's part of the problem. It's hard.
And the
you know,
last
really.
last hero here is the hero that everyone's gonna
Goon.
be wrong. Yeah, exactly.
I'm joking.
I'm gonna put her up at Avengers level threat because photon blast, and especially now that she doesn't have a Kree kind of mind, controlling. That's
Yeah,
an Avenger level threat.
Yeah,
Ashley?
I think so.
yeah, she's Avengers level threat. Absolutely.
Alright. Trinity says Avengers level threat. She's higher, further, and faster, isn't she?
Yeah.
The Jaded Fanboy.
Oh, Avengers level threat, easy.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, she had Thanos sweating for Christ's sake, and you had Thanos bearing down on her, and all she does is smile. So it's like, yeah, she knows how powerful she is.
She
Yeah,
smiles
that
way too
was-
goddamn
that
much.
was
This
a-
woman just
I like
smiles
when
all
she
over the
smiles.
place.
I like it. A lot of people don't like it. I love the smiling.
That scene with Thanos. That scene with
Yeah,
Thanos
how
was
can it
stupid. But
You know she was absorbing the Infinity Stone, right?
And
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't even
And
know
no
that.
matter
It's
how much anybody dislikes her in the MCU or anything, like you got to give it up for what they did with her in Avengers Endgame. She got deboed, right?
Yeah.
With the
I
She
feel
did.
like
like, dude, he knocked
okay,
her out.
okay. Okay,
if
now
you dislike
Damn.
her, you would probably say she's an Avengers level threat. Like, I hate her so much. Yeah, my God, it'll take the world to get this Mary Sue off of our screen.
like I said, Chill, I like to be fair. Despite me thinking that she is a trash character, she is an Avengers level threat. Like
Yeah.
straight up.
So all five of us
I
said
don't think she's a trash character.
Did all five of us say
She-
that Doctor
she
Strange
is.
was an Avenger level threat?
No,
Did all five of us say Thor was an
He-
Avengers level?
no.
And then she would be the hardest villain out of everyone. Let's put her right there.
I think
Between her-
we all said
Over
Tony.
Scarlet
Y'all-
Witch?
No,
What?
No, we
Be
all
over
no.
Wanda.
No, you are no
I think
because
we
we
all
all
agreed Wanda,
said
too.
Wanda and we all said Tony, right? Did you
Yeah,
say Tony?
yeah.
No, I didn't say
Wanda-
Tony.
We all said
So
Wanda.
Wanda.
All right, hey,
we all-
biggest villain.
Killmonger's just
Wanda or
going
Captain
for
Marvel are your candidates.
interaction.
I'm not.
Scarlet
I swear
Witch.
I'm not that person.
He's
Listen,
Bay. He's going for
between-
Bay.
Trying to trigger people.
I don't, guys. You think I'm like a lover of Captain Marvel? I'm just one who's neutral. I would put Wanda as a more like severe villain against her, even
Mhm.
though she's faster and she flies and all that that she has. Wanda spooks me, so she would be the more evilest villain. Trinity.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wanda. Yeah, I think Wanda's the bigger threat
Well,
for sure.
Wanda wins.
Wanda
The winner.
hands down.
Yeah,
Chaos
hands
Knight.
down. She's
Yeah, I have
infinitely
to
more
say-
powerful than
So these are
Captain.
the hands. They're down. that concludes the video. Go check out all of our channels. Second Street Marvel, obviously it's Second Street Marvel, The Widow, T-Virus, Terrence, The Jaded Fanboy. And with that, we are out.